In this episode, we will take a look at the murder of Chicago drill rapper and member of the Gangster Disciples, FBG Duck.
CPD would later determine someone fired those shots at Chicago rapper FBG Duck, the investigation revealing not one, but two cars involved in his shooting.
4 individuals exited those vehicles, 2 from each vehicle, and began firing.
Close to 50 shots fired before the shooters jumped back into their cars, leaving this bloody scene behind.
Hey man, I was just riding my bike, y'all. I'm just riding my bike. Man, they shot FBG Duck, man. I don't know who shot him, man. I just ran into it.
Before we get into it, let me begin by saying this. On the surface, this murder appears to be the result of the genocidal violence of gang culture that we see constantly reoccurring in Chicago and in inner city communities across the nation. However, that is only a surface level understanding of why this and other murders similar to it continue to occur, and why in most instances the senseless violence disproportionately affects Black and Latino or so-called minority youth. These young men, women, and children that continue to become victims of murder are all satanic blood sacrifices for the devil, and I can prove it. We know from scripture that the devil, the father of lies, is the very first murderer. This is found in John 8:44, which declares, "Ye are of your father, the devil, and the lusts of your father ye will do. He was a murderer from the beginning, and abode not in the truth, because there is no truth in him. When he speaketh a lie, he speaketh of his own, for he is a liar and the father of it." Do not let the significance of the number associated with this scripture, 844, escape you. We know that 8/4 is Obama's birthday, and since he was the 44th president, he is known as number 44. John 10:10 tells us, "The thief cometh not, but for to steal, and to kill, and to destroy. I am come, that they might have life, and that they might have it more abundantly." I submit to you that this is what gang violence is really about. It's about the devil's agenda to steal, kill, and destroy as many souls of these young people that he can by making them into sacrificial victims, willing participants in their own systematic annihilation and destruction through gang violence. So without further ado, let's go. The FBI made the announcement that 5 people were arrested in connection with the murder of FBG Duck on October 13th, 2021.
Developing now new details in a high-profile murder in the Gold Coast last year. 5 alleged gang members are now charged with the murder of Chicago rapper FBG Duck, and those charges are only the beginning. Our Chris Hush is following all the developments tonight.
And it's known to anybody else who might be committing similar acts of brazen violence, right? And who may brag about it or not brag about it, that their day has come.
5 members of the O-Block Street Gang, a faction of the Black Disciples, arrested and federally charged with committing murder in aid of racketeering.
The date, October 13th, connects this murder with the number 13, the number of rebellion. The date FBG Duck was shot and killed in Chicago's upscale Gold Coast community was August 4th, 2020. We know August 4th, or 8/4, is also Obama's birthday. Ironically enough, FBG Duck was shopping for a birthday present for his son at the time of his murder. This points to the fact that FBG Duck was a satanic blood sacrifice for the Antichrist, a ritual that was timed to occur on Obama's birthday. If we count the number of days from the day of FBG Duck's murder, August 4th, 2020, to the day the announcement that his alleged killers were arrested was made on October 13th, 2021, we get 436 days. The number 436 hides the number 76, since 4 plus 3 equals 7, and we know the number 76 points to the spirit of rebellion and revolution. The number 76 also connects to Obama and his speech at the American Revolution Museum in Philadelphia, where he mentioned 76 days.
Tonight, I want to talk as plainly as I can about the stakes in this election. Because what we do these next 76 days will echo through generations to come.
The fact that this shooting is connected to the spirit of rebellion and revolution is significant in proving that the spirit that guides these people to commit these murders is directed by the spirit of rebellious and demonic fallen angels. In fact, these gang members refer to themselves as demons.
We already in hell since 12, we been demons.
The city of Chicago also connects to the horned bull god, a reference to Satan. We know that the horned bull god is represented as Molech, the false idol to which apostate Jews sacrificed their children to. Now, when you think of all the lives of the youth that have been lost to gang violence, it becomes clear that each one of these murders were satanic blood sacrifices meant to appease the devil. As we know, the city of Chicago also connects to Obama. FBG Duck was a member of the Gangster Disciples, or GDs, and he was in the D&G store just before his murder took place. GD is how some Jews write the name of God, and in writing GD instead of God, many believe this to be a sign of respect. Thus, the reversal of GD as DG will be the reversal or opposite of God and represent the devil. Further, the word God reversed or spelled backwards is dog, a reference to Canis Major, Sirius, the dog star, where the Dagon or fallen angels who are depicted as mermen, a reference to the beast from the sea, are said to have come from. This is the reason the Pope wears the mitre hat. The name Dagon is where we get dragon from, which is another name for the devil or Satan. Dagon or dragon is the same as the name Drake. Interestingly enough, another rapper from Chicago, Kanye West, mentioned GDs or the Gangster Disciples in a diss song which was aimed at Drake on the song Life of the Party. Kanye West also played the GD anthem at the Donda release or listening party, which was held in Chicago. This is the same event where Kanye set himself on fire to represent the release of the king of the bottomless pit, Abaddon or Apollyon. Kanye's mention of the Gangster Disciples at his Donda show and the reference to the release of the king of the bottomless pit was done on purpose to connect the two as they serve as a spiritual representation. Allow me to show you how. The gangster disciples were established on the south side of Chicago in 1965 by Larry Hoover, who was the leader of the Supreme Gangsters, and David Barksdale, who was the leader of the Devil's Disciples. They later united the two gangs in 1969 and called themselves the Black Gangster Disciple Nation. David Barksdale was called King David, a reference to the biblical King David, the second king over Israel. This is no coincidence, as so-called African Americans are the descendants of the children of Israel and Judah. Interestingly enough, the Black Gangster Disciple Nation divided into two different factions, known today as the Gangster Disciples and Black Disciples. Today, the two gangs are bitter rivals. The split, fighting, and killing amongst brothers mirrors the divided kingdom of the 12 tribes of Israel, which split into the kingdom of Judah in the south, which consisted of the tribes Judah and Benjamin, and the remaining 10 tribes which formed the independent kingdom of Israel in the north.